A very, very good Saturday evening, everybody, and welcome along to Zandvoort for race 6 of Hedge Racing Season 2. Now, just a quick update before we start. I'm at my girlfriend's house tonight, and the stream may look a little bit different. She's got a much better TV than I have, and probably better Wi-Fi as well, so I'm not going to jinx it, but it should look decent tonight. Just wanted to, in case it looks a little bit different in terms of colours, etc. It might look exactly the same, but just in case, you know why. I'm joined alongside Limmy, if he's here. He's here. Welcome along, Limmy. And I just realised that Jake in the Alpha Tauri has retired already, which is not ideal for him at all. We've got 18 tonight, plus possibly one more in Pompey, who's racing to get on, literally, pardon the pun. And hopefully if he makes it, it's quite an incredible 19. Everyone bar Hobbsy. Hobbsy's normally quite punctual as well, he's just got something on tonight, so couldn't make it. The only reserve driver is Chimp. Chimp's playing for his place to win the Renault. If he can perform tonight, the Renault is his. Viper's Ken is now a permanent driver, so he's playing for points. Just wanted to clear that up before we get into it. And Limmy, we're at Zandvoort. It's a brand new track. We've not really seen much of it before. As Jacko now spins and gets wing damage into the wall going around at the final corner. What are your thoughts, Limmy?
I love it. I love your colours on your stream as well. It's quite colourful. I love it. I don't know if you're restricted in terms of the volume you can speak at as per your conservatory.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's a fantastic circuit. It's risk versus reward. You will get rewarded heavily if you do well. But if you go off like Jacko just did, it can really, really hurt you. It's an old school track. That's why we brought it back with some end banking on the and stuff, especially the long final corner.
Yeah.
There is some very tricky names for this circuit, so we're not going to do them. They're all Dutch and they're all like 15 syllables long.
Okay.
But yeah, it's going to be great, and I'm very, very excited.
Thank you for joining me again, by the way, because it does make it makes it a lot more enjoyable for me as well. Can I just ask, when you said about me speaking, am I really quiet? Am I okay?
A little bit quieter, but it's clear.
I think it's because I'm in like a big room, so it sort of echoes.
Yeah,
it sounds like I'm
it goes far.
As long as you can hear me, I'll still make a lot of noise if it's only me and my girlfriend who's here, so I can still make a fair bit of noise if something happens. So don't worry about that. She's away upstairs watching the video, watching the stream. Hopefully, I think she is anyway.
Hello, Miss Green.
But yeah, I'm gonna quick run over the track.
Chimp has spun, Kaz. There's his wing gone.
Oh yeah, it's not the only one, is he? He's facing the wrong way at the moment, is the Chimp. He's hopefully going to wait until everyone goes past. Looks like he is. Very sensible of Chimp, which normally we don't say, but hopefully he's changed his tune and he's fighting for that place in the Renault. But let's quickly go over the track itself. If you joined us last night, it was a thrilling race in Brazil. There was a lot of rain. There's no rain tonight, I'm happy to say, for the driver's sake. It is a clear race. As we race through the sand dunes of Zandvoort. It is right next to the beach of this track, very unique, and it is Jay Silver's gone as well. You're not wrong. Jay Silver had a really bad crash, a crash that involved 3 vehicles in Brazil last night. If you haven't seen it on the stream, I recommend going and watching it. We didn't actually catch the crash on the stream, but you can definitely get a. So what happened is as Greg also hits the wall and gets damaged, it's going to be crazy because we've already seen in qualifying. That's 4 or 5 cars that got damaged just in qualifying alone. But yeah, a bit of information on Zandvoort. It's a 3.15 mile circuit. Now, I may be wrong. I did try and do research today, but I believe it is about a 3 mile circuit, give or take a little bit. Its official name is the Heineken Dutch Grand Prix. So there you go. It's got a capacity of 105,000 for fans. And it is a 36 lap race at 50%. Its average, it's about 153 kilometres this race. 50%. It's only about 306, but if you do the maths, I'm not great at maths, but if you do the maths, half that is about 153 kilometres. And it's the first F1 race, obviously since it got brought back into the calendar. Here, the first F1 race here, sorry, was in 1952 when Ascari won in the Ferrari. Ascari in the Ferrari. So there's a bit of information on Zandvoort. And a fact, we'd like to do our facts, Limmy. We do like to do our facts on the stream.
You like to see your facts?
It's a 30-minute train ride from Amsterdam. So there you go. There's your facts.
It's right near the water.
It is, it's a beach circuit.
And rain. It's a 2.7 mile track.
Oh.
It's the same as Austria.
I
Same
don't, know
number
why,
of laps.
I don't know why I got 3.1 then. I'm not sure. Oh, it's a crash! I just got that on the stream. Alfie just took Carwin out on while they're both doing laps. It didn't look great. It didn't look great.
Oh, right.
It's on the stream, so we can go back and watch it. Yeah, it didn't look great. Whether they were both just racing, I don't know, but we caught that on the stream.
So this is tricky for me, because normally I know the tracks quite well. From last year, I don't normally typically need a track guide. I definitely need one tonight. I've never really done Zandvoort before, which adds to everything.
Yeah.
We've also got stuff to go through in 8 minutes. We've got standings, we've got calendars and stuff to go through. But so far, not many times are in that are great. Mike's on pole at the moment with a 9.8. I've seen 8.9s in time charts from a couple of these, so probably expecting a low 9 at some point. Alfie's just gone P2 with an 11 there, which again is quite slow, but we'll see what happens. There's not long left, and people are really struggling, standing to go through Kes before we get into the hotspot time.
Yeah, I'll let you do the standings, mate, if you want. I've not actually got them on me. I've got the stream on, so if you want to, I sent you an image earlier with them on. Very quickly, real F1 drivers were interviewed about this track, and they described it pretty basic, really, but really quick, pretty insane, and old school. I think you already mentioned the old school part, Limmy, earlier on. But it is a really quick circuit. I mean, as you can see now, there's not much room for error either, because if you come off, you're on the sand and you're into the wall. I'll let Limmy go over the standings very quickly while I have a quick look at the comments on the stream, and I'm back in about 30 seconds time.
Alright, well, the constructors first. It's quite close at the top. Red Bull 123, Ferrari 111, McLaren 78, Williams 65, Racing Point 32, Alpha Tauri 31, Mercedes 22, and the rest. I'm sure you can find it in your own Discord. Championship for the drivers, Chris Bander's leading with 107, a 38-point lead at the front. Hobbsley's second place, 12 points ahead of Mike. Mike's 4 points ahead of Jacko in fourth place. Franco's in fifth place with 42. Jake's on 25 after a better recovery drive in Brazil. And Whitey's just below him, 23, Alfie 22, 6 to 8. 3 points, and it's only race 6 to 22, long way to go. But what I do know is Zandvoort, well, what I do know is that Mike has beaten his own time by 2 temps, but Zandvoort has some very tricky problems. Now, weather's not going to be one of them tonight. It is fully dry, but the tyre temps are absolutely critical here. Those 2 right-hand corners of, I'm going to have to learn them as we go, 7 and 8 and 9, is your tyres can pass 106 degrees, which is very easy to do. You're going to get a lot of oversteer. It's not going to be very nice, and to be fair, it's virtually impossible to not overheat your tyres here, which is why I was going to hope to see a few mediums in quali, but we haven't, so the drivers are going to really struggle with 60 kilograms of fuel on board, and how heavy that car is at the start. They're going to really struggle with tyre temp.
Thank you, Limmy, for the incredible information as always. I can always rely on you for some pretty banging information, whatever track we do. Like I say, it is a new track. I mean, it's a very unique circuit. There's not many like Zandvoort, if any at all. As Chris Panda does go second. Was he already second? Maybe. Oh, he's just gone second now. He just passed the finish line, sorry. And he's locked in a 1.9.8. Still about, about 100th of a second slower than Mike. Amelia's, my girlfriend's TV is massive. I'm sat quite far away, and it's quite hard to read the Mike's time because it's in purple. Mike's got a 1.97, I believe. Yes, he has.
Going quicker here. I don't think it's going to be P2, but it is going to be.
Oh, he's going in the pits.
Oh, he's going to step off.
Commentator's curse. There we go. Someone's asked, what is the next race? The next race is Sochi, Russia next Saturday. It's the next one. After that, I don't have a clue. You'd have to have a look on the track list. But Russia is definitely next weekend.
Chimp's just invalidated how White's coming through the final corner. His lap seems okay. He's going to whack on the DRS, the wing at the back. Not a long run down to turn 1, costing
Lewis
7 for the Alpha.
Well done, Lewis. Yeah, first points last night as well, Limmy, for Lewis. Not many finished last night, but Lewis is one of them as AK retires. Currently P12.
That is turn 3 for the Haas, and on board with Mr. Taylor. The one of only 3, well technically 4 with Chimp, to not have put a time in the McLaren. we're going to see. He's just going through the stadium section, goes a little bit wide for the turn 11 curve, but he's going to try and come back. He's not invalidated yet, which is good to see. There's only 3.5 minutes left of quali, so people are going to have to start improving, and it looks like if you can nail down a lap, you're probably going to move quite high. The times are quite poor, actually, overall. And here's Taylor. He's going to cross the line, 18th to 12th place for the McLaren.
Well, it looks like Jake's going to start 17th, if not 18th, Jack. Jake got his first podium last night. A pretty poor start to season, I'm sure he would agree with that, up until last night when he locked in a third.
Should have gone with Scalesy.
Let's go with Scalesy. Now, Scales's an interesting one, quickly, because he hasn't raced since, this is his first race since the opening night in Monza, where he got a podium. So we've not seen much of him, but when we have seen, he's been very, very good, so he's one to look out for tonight, Limmy.
Who is going to be on a lap? Let's go on a lap with someone. Mike, there we go. Let's go on a full lap of Zandvoort then, with Mike. Do you want to take it with your track map, or...?
You go for it, mate. I've got it on the stream anyway, so you go for it.
Alright. Well, here's Mike then. Let's go on a lap around Zandvoort so we can try and learn some corners as we go. First time me and Kez have ever done Zandvoort in the commentary box. Here we go. In 60 metres, you can brake really late into the 180-degree hairpin of turn 1. That is probably my favourite corner on any circuit. No word of a lie. Straight into 2 and 3 here. It's really, really tricky. Easy to clip the curb. Don't clip the curb or you're going off. Now, this is a flat-out section all the way through turns 4, 5 and 6, down to 7 as we go. And this turn is really tricky. Catch a bit of oversteer and you're going off. Mike does well. Catches a bit of grass. Manages to stabilise it. 50 metre ball. Clip the curb on the right. That's turn 8. And this one's more than 90 degrees. It's really, really long. It's 140. Take the car out wide. Clip the curb on the left of turn 10. And open up the DRS there. He takes a lot of curb. He's very lucky to have not invalidated. I think his teammate's going to try and get out of his way. Is Jacko? He can't get out of the way, I don't think. Hopefully he does. Just about through the stadium section where most of the fans are. Turns 11 and 12 out to 13. And Mike has to slow down. I don't know if it was Jacko or someone else, but you've got this right embankment of 13-14. And that's pretty much a lap of Zandvoort. It's quick, it's hard, and it's pretty challenging, not gonna lie.
Yeah, look, he was struggling there, Mike. I did think he'd invalidated himself when you mentioned it. Look, like he'd gone. The game was very generous to him there, but he was never going to improve with that lap time. Maybe Jacko did have a bit of an improvement. Yeah, Fabi's in a good position here, P3.
Might want to take it from Mirkez because it looks not bad.
Where are we? So, am I right in saying there's 14 turns?
Yeah.
As Jacko retires himself, that's him done. P7 maximum for the Ferrari. There's 14 turns, that is correct. We're just going on to turn 11 and very quickly turn 12 for the Alpha Tauri of Favi. Second race in the vehicle, and he got a good finish last night, a P7 I believe. Him and Jake should form a decent partnership round the final corner, and he's currently on for a decent improvement. He's third at the moment. Has he got enough in the tank to beat Chris Panda? No, he hasn't. He's a 1:10.8 for Favi, and it's a P3 at the very max for him. Alfie, Brewer and White all behind him. Probably that. Well, definitely they're all in the pits. They ain't going to get any higher than they are. Jacko, Lewis and Mills are retired. It's only Keno really and Vipers. We'll get on board with Vipers because he's only 15th at the moment, and I'll expect a lot more Vipers if you want to take the lap, Louis. I'll just check something very quickly.
Yeah, can do. I think, well, that's a checkered flag, and it's just a Red Bull coming around the final corner. I'm not sure if it's Keno or Chris Panda. It was Keno. He's intra pits. Chris Panda will be the next to cross. He's not up by that much, and he needs a 10th.5 to take pole. The pole position's on the outside of turn 1, and I don't think the outside is the best line. Here's Chris Panda through turn 14 to try and take pole off Mike. Can he take pole off Mike? No, he can't, and it's by less than a 10th. Who's next to cross? It's an Alfa Romeo of Greg, I think, who hasn't set a time, but he hasn't invalidated on this one either, so he's doing alright. Got to go through the embankment of the sand that they built just for this track. He's sliding everywhere. Greg's going to put a time in. Can he improve on 18th? Only 16th. And there's a Renault just across, I think, of Vipers.
Yeah, he's got fastest sector 2 Vipers.
Can he improve on 17th?
There you go.
He goes third, second row, half a 10th behind Mr. Panda. And that's quali over. Mike is on pole. Chris Panda's next to him.
Mike on pole. I may be wrong here, but I think that's Mike on pole for potentially the first time ever in Hedge racing.
I don't know if you saw, Hobbsy joined at the last minute as well.
Oh. Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's
really.
Brilliant. Fantastic. He said he weren't racing. So he's started at the back. I don't think Pompey's made it, which is a massive shame because we were very close to a full grid, so everyone bar Pompey. I didn't even know it's obviously a job, but that's fantastic. So Jake and Hobbsy, who are normally so used to being at the front, are both on the last row, which is incredible. And a
Pompey
quick
said he's 10 minutes away, so he can't make it, and Mike's put first pole.
first pole, Mike. I'm going to say it's his first ever pole in Edge racing, so it's an extra point for the Ferrari no matter what.
Jake and Hobbsy at the back.
That's what I said. Jake and Hobbsy normally the two at the front with Chris, now they start at the back. So Mike on pole. It's an extra point for the Ferraris who are in a real battle with the Red Bulls for constructors at the moment. Congratulations to Mike. He gets that extra point as I've already mentioned. Hopefully kick on in the race now, but with a lot of pressure from the likes of Chris, Vipers and Favi, and if not, the majority as well, likes of Alfie downwards, with Jake, not Jelly, first time I've done that, Jake, in 18th, and Hobbsy 19th, which is interesting. Shane Franco can't make it, he's the only one, all by himself, but a good turnout, and let's see what Hobbsy and Jake can do from the back.
Mo's got a nice 10th place there, good gap to Keno, bit of a gap to Lewis. Jacko's done alright, Brewer's done well again, Carlin is still being allowed to drive his car, so we will get to wait. Now there is a glitch online where a car can put a lap in after a check off flag. I hope this is not the case. It doesn't look like Carlin's driving the car, so I hope that's not the case, and I hope it's just a glitch, but we'll see. I hope the session ends in 5 seconds when it's meant to end. Let's have a look. 3, 2 and 1. It has ended, good stuff. We'll get the quali grid just to confirm in a second. Carlin actually dropped a place.
Very, very quickly, we are going to back out. Because obviously he has joined during quality, it's not letting him race, and it's a bit unfair because he did actually make it. So we're going to back out, we're going to do a quick...
You might be able to get Pompey in then.
If Pompey's very quick,
he said 10 minutes, 5 minutes ago.
We are going to back out. I want to get... Can you grab a quick picture of the grid for me? If that's okay, very quickly. We're going to do a quick custom grid and get straight back in. Obviously no more qualifying. Obviously we'll start last, 19th. If Pompey can make it, he will start 20th. But just very, very quickly, just because he did technically make it and it's a bit unfair.
I don't know if this means anything, but Chimp got a 5-place grid penalty during that, so probably not, but he did. I'm guessing that put him down to 16th, which makes sense.
Okay.
I'll send you the pictures to Messenger, and whilst the admins do all this stuff, it's probably best that we stop talking, because we can't talk for 10 minutes about nothing. So I'll let Kez concentrate, get the lobby done, and I'm guessing we'll be back in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, it won't be long, guys. It'll be a quick turnaround. We're back in. Just going to get Obsy in, get a custom grid going, and we're back. If you can hear me, if you can send a quick a quick picture of the grid to me, that'd be great. Thank you. Won't be long, guys. Back ASAP. Hi everyone, quick update, we're going to be back underway with the next couple of minutes, waiting for everybody to join, and we should have a full grid hopefully if Pompey can get his roller skates on and get in very quickly, hopefully. Sorry for the delay, it just was a bit unfair obviously as he technically did get in, and it wasn't really fair on him to miss out when he did get into the race, so like I said, quick turnaround, I'm going to be straight back in. If everybody can join, everyone looks to be fair, everyone's practically joined already, which is it's fantastic. 18 drivers, 19 drivers, so other than Pompey, we're good to go. Oh, sorry. Who's not in? Chimp and Greg, pick your vehicle, please. Right, sorry about the delay, everybody. We're back and we're good to go. We have a 19 tonight, which is well, it's insane to be honest. So thank you all. Shame Pompey couldn't make it. We tried our absolute best to wait for him, but it just won't happen. If he did make it, it would have been a full grid, which is incredible. To be fair, most leagues wouldn't even get nearly 19. Ask Limmy that, because Limmy does a lot of leagues, and he'll tell you that a lot of leagues barely touch 15. Jack, am I right in saying that?
Yeah, apart from the top ones, yeah.
So well done, boys, for 19. It's phenomenal. So big thank you, and good luck to each and every one of you. We're finally about to go racing. Excuse me. Let's see what happens. Any predictions, Limmy? I know you don't like doing them, but any?
No,
Who's got the
no,
best chance
not on
with someone? Has
this.
Mike got the best? He is pole, but has he got a good chance
He
here
is
because
pole.
is Chris Panda favourite because of?
If I knew I was good at starts, I'd want to be second. And
Okay.
it's not because of the rundown, because it's
We
a
know
very short one.
starts as well, don't we? We know he works
But
on them.
but it's the fact that second, or shall I say, the even numbers have the inside line, which is better for a 180-degree turn. I mean, we know Chris can get good starts. I think it could be a potentially wheel-to-wheel moment. I think it'll be wheel-to-wheel for a lot of people, and it's bright sunny for the whole race. That's mad.
It is very bright.
Yeah, the strategies.
I think the stream looks bright as well, which makes it look even brighter.
It looks good.
Yeah, I might take Amelia's telly home with me.
I don't think sure what you do that, but
No, I don't.
the strategies are complicated here. We'll go through it when the formation lap starts.
Yeah.
We have the one red light, and there we go. The formation lap is underway, and the strategies are crazy. You could do a one-stop, soft to hard. You could do a medium to hard if there's an early safety car. But the main one, I think, is definitely a medium and a two softs. So two softs and a medium, or medium soft. There's many ways of doing it, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. And AK and Chris Panda have been disqualified early on the formation.
It looks like we have a problem with Alfie, who's been put 19th when he wasn't 19th, which isn't great.
I mean, that's a restart, I think, but
we're gonna have it.
unless
Alfie qualified 5th. We can't have him starting 19th.
It has to be correct officially.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So, guys, I'm very sorry about this again.
Pompey might actually get in now.
I'm gonna have to back out. I'm sorry about this, but this never happens. But we can't have somebody who qualified 5th starting 19th. It isn't fair. I wouldn't like it if it was me.
This is going to be a heck of a long stream to watch back. I know there's a YouTube edit, which I need to start using that more when I start streaming again. I need to start using that more to cut things down. But yeah, we must do another restart because it's only fair. We must have everyone in the correct positions, and I'm guessing that's probably going to take another 5 to 10 minutes as always. So
right, I'm in lobby now, so we're going to get it done as quick as we can.
5-10 minutes while you do that.
Yeah, go for it.
Don't think I can talk about much, but yeah, any comments? Whack 'em through. Does that mean I need to run again? Yes, it does.
If you can, anybody on the stream, very quickly, sorry, can you just pick your car as soon as you join, because it can mess it up. If we've done a custom grid and you've not picked a car, that's what can mess it up. So as soon as you join, please pick your car.
Yeah, Pompey, run. If you can get on in 5, I may be back with you.
I don't know how Pompey's still got a chance of racing here somehow. Yeah, let's turn the formation lap off as well because it's taking too long. We'll scrap it for tonight. So we're gonna turn the formation lap off because it's gonna take too long. Everyone's asking in the chat to do that, so it's not even my decision. So if everyone's happy with that, just because it's gonna take more time. We normally wouldn't, but just in this. Right, okay, let's invite everybody again. Oh my god. Greg, Whitey, Jay. Yeah, I will be. I'm sure you can still hear audio, but what a start to the race. What a mess. Right, invites are out. Right. Oh, what a mess. What a mess this is tonight. We should be well into the race now, shouldn't we? But these things happen. Unfortunately, it's happened tonight of all nights, but right. Right. Um, let's get going. What not? So nobody made up please either. Let's oh, what a mess. What a mess.
It's very late. But yeah, I mean, probably depending on how many say. I mean, it's a 45-minute race, so it's a long one. And
I mean,
there
it's
is a
things
high
that
chance of
have
BSing
happened.
so you
It's
can.
things that have happened out of our control, innit? I mean, Ryan Mills has gone off and decided not to come back on, so we are down to 18 now. Oh, his Wi-Fi went. He just messaged me.
Ah,
Poor Mills.
poor Mills.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me with Ryan Mills, does it? It doesn't surprise you in the slightest. And to be honest, he would have gone anyway. He would have gone anyway, so it's not a massive problem. Right. Let's hopefully now get some racing done,
Yeah, there is going to be 30-second wait, and then we're getting straight into it. I'm pretty sure. So we'll get ready. I'll have a quick sip of orange.
I do apologise once more for the delay. It's very, very rare. We normally, to be fair, very, very good. A couple of incidents have just left us a bit. Let's just pray that everyone's in the right starting position. If they're not, it's tough. We're gonna have to go.
Just make sure you spam R1 to make sure you
please
get the
remember,
on the
there is
stream.
no. Oh, we're going straight in.
Yeah, just make sure you get the right view of the lights.
Yeah, we've lost Ryan Mills, so we've got 18 for tonight now. Oh, here we go.
I mean, they're coming on really quick. I don't think that's... Oh, it is. Okay, it's locked out and away we go here in Zambor. And Chris, as we said during the formation lap a bit ago, he gets a better start. Him and Mike going wheel to wheel through turn 1. And Chris Pandas are heading to first. And Vipers Ken and Favi Venom going wheel to wheel through to turn 2 now. The Alpha Tauri steps off. Vipers Ken maintains for Favi. Alfie behind. Alfie's trying to go wheel to wheel. And the Alpha Tauri hit for Mercedes, but they're okay. Mr. White through someone's span. I think it's a racing point as we head down to turn 6. It's a VSC. The race started so quickly, I didn't even realise.
Yeah, it was a strange one, Lemmy. Brewer's down 12. I believe the incident may have involved him. But what a start for Jake. He's up 5 already. So great start for Jake after starting towards the back of the grid. Interesting start. Got a VSC, but Chris Panda does Hobbsy going onto the first lap. It was interesting, wasn't it? Because like we didn't expect it. We'd only have a formation lap to get into it. It was just straight in. But we've got a green flag anyway.
There would have been a slight delay. Yeah, we are back again. We're green again. And it's only the front 2 out of the top 5 who have changed. White and Jacko up 1, Jay Silver's up 3. And Jake made another move into 10th place. The Alpha Tower is now into the top to make the move on AEK out of the stadium section. We're coming around the embankment. And we're on lap 2. Now a 36. There's a quick lap. Mike's under pressure from Vipers Ken here going down to turn 1. And Vipers Ken's going to go for the inside of the hairpin. Brakes late. 2 people on
There's
the
a crash on the straight. Massive.
And loads of 5-second pens going into the pits. Mike's dropped down 2 places. Ken's up to 2nd. I'm sure we can get some feedback on that in a minute. Jake's up 8 places. AEK's now up 4. Kino's now into the top 10. Greg and Hobbs and Chimp making 4 to 6 places respectively.
Was that not a safety car? I'm baffled.
I don't think so.
I am baffled. Jay Silver and Lewis have gone on the straight for time, both out of the race. I mean, how is that a safety car? It's not. Wow. There's another yellow flag.
Or you're lagging.
Yeah, I think I think my headset's playing up. One second.
Enough. Jake, it's shaking me Alpha Tower. I'm just going to check his left end plate damage here because he seems to have spun. He didn't actually lose that many places. He just slowed down. He's still in 8th place. Jacko's up 1 in the 7th place, and White as well. And Mike on pole. He's got work to do. He's got 5 and behind him. Mike has a little bit of there. He's not going to pressure now. Vipers Ken sets the fastest lap, and he put in some good pace here. Another 5-second pen. People not understanding this pit lane very well. It is quite a tricky one. It's also a brand new one. Mike under big pressure from Favi Venom behind.
Am I back? Am I okay? Am I good?
Yeah.
I think I had a loose connection on my headset because I was crackling for fun. Glad to be back. Yeah, do you know what? I'm baffled that wasn't a safety car, to be honest. It looked a mess.
Probably
I'm not sure what happened.
It was straight after.
It cleared up very quickly as well. But yeah, Chris Panda leads. Vipers up to 2nd, and Mike, who started on pole, down to a quick look at the position change. There you say Jake up 9, as you've already mentioned. Hobbsy up 9 as well. So a great start for them two, who started towards the back, but Mike losing out on that. We've already lost 2. We started with 18, down to 16, and Ryan Mills just messaged me. He's not happy. He's letting division happens.
I think it is your headset, buddy. It is a bit poor. Jay Silver went out on the 3rd lap in Brazil as well. He's also out on the 2nd lap, well, just before the 2nd lap here in Zambor, and Jacko might be under pressure from Jake here. Mr. Nero, we are going to get used to it eventually, and he will be under pressure, a lot of pressure. Battery's gone for Mr. Nero. DRS on the right hand side, he's going to try and take the inside to the hairpin. Jacko and Jay Nero into the first corner. Jacko's going to try the switcheroo in the Ferrari. They're going to go wheel to wheel through turn 2. I think the Alpha Tower just gets ahead of the Ferrari, and it's 6th place for Jay Nero. Alfie is ahead, 2.5 seconds for him to catch. Favi, Venom, Mike, Vipers and Chris, the top 4 since we last left it. Kez, are you here? He's trying to fix a headset, bless him, as Greg goes a little bit wide out of turn 3 in the Alfa Romeo, and Kino might be able to have a little say about that. It's hard to go wheel to wheel through this 4, 5 and 6 section, and there's your proof. He stays behind the Alfa Romeo, and Kino stays in 11, but he might go down the inside to turn 7. Is he going to try it? It is going to try it. Greg gives him a good amount of room. Kino's in the top 10.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me now. The stream is perfect, so it's nothing to do with the connect. I think it may be genuinely be my headset playing up, which is typical. So hopefully I can rectify it. But in quality, it was fine. It is literally my luck.
No, I don't think so.
I'm
Not this time. It was 4 attempts. Yeah, I think so. It was perfect. 4 attempts, but he somehow got a good exit on the final turn 14. Stays ahead. Only half a second between the front two, and Viper's got a full seat now, so he's definitely got his points from last week, yesterday, and his points are going to be added on to Renault as well. Chimps in the Renault, his team, he's 12th currently, trying to put some pressure on Greg and Kino. 2 cars in front, 2 seconds is the gap. Brewers had a great start, down 10 from 6, 12 seconds behind Mr. Taylor as well. Someone's entering the pits, that scales him a racing point, and very mixed starts from everyone. Good starts from people, but some horrendous starts as well.
Yeah, Vipers, Kenny's closing on Chris Pandlin. He's got DRS as well.
So is Mike.
And Mike closing on him. So a very interesting battle between this top 3 here. Chris Pand has it for now, but he's the only one without DRS going into turn 1. Vipers, Kenny's going for it here, and what a start for him, by the way, as well. We know he's a talented driver. As you mentioned him, he's fighting for points now. He's not a reserve anymore. He's fighting for his own points. And he wants Chris Pand to scales. He gets a penalty. Chris Vipers gets the DRS. Mike gets the DRS as well on Vipers, but it's Vipers right on the tail of Chris Pand. Not going to get him on this occasion, but he might go on the inside of Chris here. He doesn't manage to get it there, but definitely.
Oh, Alvin will be touched, and the Mercedes just recovers, and Alpha, instead of doing a 90-degree turn, does a 45, manages to save it. But 2 Alpha Tauri is now 4th and 5th, jacks up 11 places in the first 5 laps. We've only just gone on to lap 6. As Kev said, the top 3 fighting for the difference in 10 points, 25 to 15. The difference between 10th and 5th, it's huge at the front, and the gap between them all is less than 7 tenths of a second. It's a great battle, and all of them know there's a lot of points, but we don't want to delay too much. If Jake gets past Favi soon, it's a 3-second gap, then he may come into the race a little bit later on, especially after starting on the medium tyres. He's doing a very good job at the moment, as is Chris Panda defending with no DRS, and Vipers don't want to touch that curb at the start of the stadium section, or he's going to have some real difficulties controlling the oversteer. And again, Chris Panda gets a fabulous exit, but Vipers Ken doesn't. Could be under pressure from Mike here. Is Mike going to make a move down the inside? Vipers Ken goes defensive to try and cover it. Is Mike going to brake lane and go round the outside? No. Chris Panda stays ahead. Ken and then Mike. This is tasty.
This is very tasty. It's a great battle at the front, isn't it? I mean, Chris Panda's under a lot of pressure because, as I mentioned during the last lap, he's the only one out of the 3 that hasn't got any DRS limit. Which obviously can put you under a lot of pressure. The other 2 have. To be fair, he's getting some good exits, and he's looking comfortable at the moment. Under the pressure from 2 very, very good drivers that are hungry for some points. Because Mike started on pole, getting his first pole of the season. I want to make that count, Mike, because he touches the curb, but stays in range. And Chris Panda, to be fair to him, he's under that pressure. But he's going for 5 wins in a row tonight, and he's looking like he could do it again, but he could be in a bit of trouble here.
Very easy to get penalties on Zambo. That is probably definitely a warning for Mike. And the smallest gaps are at the front here. We've got a gap of 1 second from Hobbsy to Keno, I believe. But at the moment, the closest battles are here. And it's all about the exit from here, because every time Chris Panda gets a good exit, he can bend it easily. Every time Vipers gets a good exit, you think an overtake's going to happen. It was a pretty even exit this time. I don't think Mike's in contention, but it's not the longest run down to turn 1, and you're going to have to... It's going to be an exit versus exit competition. Chris Panda goes a little bit deep into turn 1, manages to recover it, but I feel something will happen soon. It's all about who gets the best exit, and Mike's just behind as well.
So it's lovely racing, Limmy. I'm sure you'd agree. It's fantastic racing, but I think that's a big thing in it, because it's not the longest rundown.
To White very quickly. I think Chimp is in trouble here. Coming around turn 14, but both like Bambi on ice here. Chimp's going to go left and right to try and break the slipstream, and White's going to go on the inside. easy past the Renault driver into a 180 and White's into P12.
Yeah, one of the few drivers on his own tonight without a teammate is Whitey. Pompey is watching him, and he's got to bring on the...
Watching.
Yeah, back to the front. I think you spot on what you're saying. It's such a short rundown. It's not a Mexico by any means, is it?
No.
Oh, that's what Chris, if it was a Mexico, Chris would be in big trouble. He probably would have lost his one by now. Because it's such a short rundown, Vipers and Mike haven't...
Chris has got no battery here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were. I don't know if I was speaking over you. And he's
okay.
He's struggling with battery. He's on 0%, and Vipers might make a move on the inside here. Is he going to be aggressive? Chris goes deep again. Can Vipers in Moreno take the inside? It's a mini switcheroo. There is a bit of contact. Hopefully no damage. Chris stays ahead. And that was a little bit tense, and I feel like we're going to have some more tense moment. I think Jake, Mr. Nero, has caught up Fabi Venom as well into turn 3. There you go. And you feel the Alpha Tauris, are we going to do a straight swap with driver communication? A racing point's gone off at turn number 8, and that might affect the leaders coming through now on board with Chris Panda. He's going to wait till we all pass. Fair play to Mr. Scalesy.
No, Scalesy's retired him. He's gone.
Oh.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Back in F1 since Monza and getting no points. So we've lost 3 drivers.
Fabi and Jay Nero having a bit of a fight here, and I think he wants to get past. I think he's going to either let him pass or he's going to fight it. Fabi Venom, he's fighting his teammate. Oh, then lets him pass. Okay. I mean, he could have saved Jay Nero about 3 seconds before, but didn't decide to do so. But he's now into 4th place.
My mic is winding tonight, I tell you for free. Why it never does this? Typical, really. A bit of a bad luck. But Limmy, it's like Fabi and Jay Nero time 1 point, so it's a real tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't catch the end bit of what you said, but it's just really hard for me, because I don't know if I'm speaking over it or, like, you know what I mean? He never does this.
Typical.
Hopefully it kind of winds itself in and helps us out a little bit later. This is a fantastic battle. There is a battle between, I think it's 8th, 9th and 10th, between AEK, Hobbsy and Kino, Haas, McLaren, Red Bull, and I think Hobbsy's catching AEK. He's been catching him for a little bit, up 9 places from the start. When do the people pit? When do the mediums pit? That is questions we all want to know, and we'll find out soon. This is the 10th lap.
Hold on to people for now, but Vipers and Mike are not letting him go. Mike was a little bit wide there, which gives Vipers a chance to pull away a little bit, but Vipers can't pass. Chris is defending very, very well, despite being under constant pressure from the Renault. And is that Mike in the pits? Mike in the pits. But when is Viper's best opportunity to get the overtake here? When can he do it?
The best thing is doing what Mike just done. Honestly, the undercut could be really powerful here. Mike, don't forget, Mike was only 1 second behind Chris. So if he can come out of the pits, save a second of a lap, which is definitely doable, we could see Mike maybe not come out in first, but definitely wheel to wheel. It's a really tricky pit stop, and I feel some people are going to get some damage coming out. I think Viper's best chance was to come in then. And my prediction would be they're probably going to go in at the same time now. I think Jake's in with a real good shout of this race. He's on the medium. Is he on the mediums? Yeah, he's on the mediums. He's got 2 sets of softs to go. He's only 4.1 seconds behind the leader. Don't count the Alpha Tauri driver out for a late push.
You know what might rule Jake out for a win? Might put in the chat that there's rain warning. Obviously we don't know that for sure. Could we see a bit of rain?
Well,
I mean, strange things have happened.
Mike put that. Well, I mean, it's cloud. It wasn't cloudy at the start, I don't think. Mike put that message in. Well, I don't know, because I saw the weather on Jake's stream on the grid.
Clear, yeah.
And it was pure sunny, but those 8 boxes don't cover the full race, so that's interesting.
Helen, we know that the weather can change, because yesterday in Brazil when we didn't expect rain from the start, and it was at the start. We were told 20 minutes in that the rain would be there, and it came at the start. So the weather is not always right in F1, and it's definitely something that we need to keep an eye out for.
So I've just been told by the game that the pit stop strategy was a soft between 11 and 14. So any time now, the softs are due. Does that mean you can do a one-stop? Probably yes, but I wouldn't with the tyre stuff that may happen later on. And Chris and Vipers didn't choose to pit. Mike had 2 laps now to put some good laps in on the mediums. The fresh mediums are going to be much quicker than the 11 lap worn softs. I think Taylor and Brewer going wheel to wheel, definitely going wheel to wheel through turn 2, and I think Brewer cut him off. He's put Taylor into the wall. The McLaren's got huge damage, and someone else has gone off. I didn't quite see. It didn't look good from Brewer and Taylor. That'll be a submission later on. Jay Nero's into second place as Vipers Ken enters the pits. Where's Mike? This is important. Where's Mike going to come out in terms of Vipers Ken? He was half a second behind Vipers, and here we go then. Vipers Ken is just making his way to the 180-degree turn. I think Mike is well ahead of the Renault, and he might come out ahead of Chris Panda very shortly too.
It was actually Mike's teammate Jacko that got a lot of damage, Limmy. Not sure what happened, but if you can look on his car, the right side of the Ferrari is an absolute mess from Jacko, and he's in trouble here.
Hobbsley and Keno have passed AEK and Mahas. That's for 6th place now. The 2 cars took a pit stop. One was Alfie, one was Jacko, and Jacko got a 5-second pen for speeding in the pit lane as well. You would say that Chris Panda's pit stop is due now, and I would not be surprised if Mike has the pole sitter who dropped to 2nd, then to 3rd, will be ahead. Chris Panda touches the curb out of stadium. That's going to cost him half a second. That's not good. And he's really struggling with the tyres. You can see on the front left the blisters are starting to come through. He's probably going to have a pit stop this lap or next lap. Carwin's retired in the pit lane. Thank you for following the rules. And Chris Panda now enters the pits. On board with Mike we go. He's coming round turn 14. Can Mike get into the lead of the Zandvoort Grand Prix or the Netherlands Grand Prix, whatever you want to call it? Vipers Ken has gone on to soft, so he'll be going on to mediums at the end. You can see Mike further down with the fastest lap for Mike as well. Where's Chris Panda? Mike's absolutely well ahead, and Mike now takes the net lead of the Netherlands Grand Prix, and that undercut proving costly to, well, not costly, what's the right word? Not costly.
It was costly for Chris Panda. He's not only lost out to Mike, but he's lost out to Vipers as well, Limmy. He's down to 4th.
Oh yeah.
So it was a double for Chris Panda. He's lost out to both of them. As far as I'm aware, Chris was the race leader, wasn't he? Before pitting.
Yeah, he was. The only thing that he's got going on his side, Kez, is he's got an extra 2 laps of tyre, and he's got to go mediums to the end, whereas Mike's going to go soft. So Chris Panda's going to have to make progress here. He's going to have to try and catch Mike, because Mike's going to have the tyre at the end.
What do you make about...
I think Jake's going to try and... Sorry.
No, go on, carry on.
I don't know if Jake's going to do a double soft. I think he is. But he can do... The softs can clearly do 11 laps and 11 laps. So I'd expect a pit stop from Jake pretty soon.
What do you make about Favi on the hard? Smart decision on.
Definitely getting to the end. The others have got 2 stops. If he can make a good... I don't know what the race pace is like on the hards.
Yeah.
I haven't used hards here.
Chris Panda Limmy, closing on Vipers. He's going to get Vipers.
Yes,
is he?
Round the outside, the Red Bull Renault battle into the hairpin. There is a yellow flag. It's a Renault. It's Vipers Ken, I think. Am I getting my stats wrong? It is. It's Chimp. My bad. And what happened there? So Chris Panda just stepped off Vipers just before turn 3. I don't know if it was a wheel to wheel and he had to step off. But Reynolds here is going to have to get out of the way. It's Chimp, Vipers Ken, and Chris Panda are coming through now. Chimp's going to have to move out of the way pretty quickly. I think he might be ghosted. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, a different lap, mate, so he'll ghost.
And Ken and Chris Panda. This is going to be tasty because Chris Panda knows and Ken knows that they have to try and catch Mike. He's on the mediums. He's going to have the better tyres at the end, Mike. They have to try and catch him. But I have a feeling, Kes, they're just going to fight, and it could be a Mike and Jay Nero, a good opportunity for them to get a top 2 here.
Definitely. I mean, we saw Mike and Jay Nero fight yesterday in Brazil, but that was for a P2. They could be fighting for a P1 here. Jay gets a penalty. Going into the pits, that is huge. That could cost him massively. He's putting on a fresh set of softs as the Alpha Tauri.
Big trouble. Chris Panda's going to go on the inside of Hot Vipers. Again was going to cut him off at the last second. Late braking from Panda. He goes very deep, though. He goes very deep into the hairpin. And Vipers Ken comes back on the inside. And Chris Panda, he keeps going very deep into turn 1. And it's cost him there. He had the move there. He had the move.
He's that bound to be on ice, Chris Panda, a little bit tonight. He's not as what's the word? As I don't know what the word is.
He's just going
as
too
he normally
thick.
is.
It's just turn 1. Yeah, it's just turn 1. He's gone.
Now,
He's
an
gone for
update on
4
Jake.
times.
He did not do his penalty in the pits, so Jake has a 5-second penalty to serve next time he goes into the pits. He's right on the tail of Chris Panda with fresher tyres though, so you can hit the ground up prior to then. But a 5-second penalty for Jake next time he enters the pit lane.
Yep, and he's got DRS and Chris Panda. I don't think he'll be able to make a move into stadium. He's probably best waiting for the straight. It's a purple second sector, so Jake is feeling this now. He's got into the groove. I was listening to him doing some time trials and a party before. He's definitely up for this, and he was beating everyone's time in this race. So he wants a good result here. There's many races to go. Can he get past Chris Panda into turn 1? The problem is Chris Panda has got DRS from Viper's Ken in front, so I don't think so. Chris has low battery, so does Jake, and Viper's Ken has 30%. So struggling at the moment. Mike's doing well to put a good race pace in. And if there was a safety car now, wow, that'd be interesting.
We haven't even mentioned Fabio Hobbsy. They're two top drivers as well. Though. I think that's the thing, innit? If we was to get a safety car now, it brings everybody back in.
Fabi?
I mean, for now it's suiting Mike because Mike can relax, bit of clear track, while these three are literally fighting each other for fun. And they haven't done it for a while. Vipers and Chris have not left each other alone this race, Jack. And a Jelly on the right hand side of Chris Panda, he'll fancy his chances as well. Go on the inside now, but Chris Penn's well. Christopher did well race, but Jelly could go for it here. Oh my word, it's literally wheel to wheel racing. And it's the Red Bull of Chris that for now keeps ahead of Jelly. Chris goes wide again. Ooh, and just keeps this. Could be interesting going around turn 1 limit. Yellow flag as well. It's a Ferrari.
No, it's the Alfa.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
Chris, yeah, he's gone deep again. Is it a brake pressure problem? Is it? I don't know. But again, it's because he's got DRS from the car in front. Jay Nero's finding it very difficult. Oh, he thought about going on the inside. Gives Chris a love tap. Chris stays ahead. Mike is, I don't know if you noticed, his lead is actually increasing on the mediums. It was 2.1, now 2.4. Yeah, absolutely, Viper's Ken's in trouble. It's not a DRS point on the track, but it can be done as an overtake if you have the space to do it. The space is so limited. Bit of connection on my end there, just a little X on Chris Panda's car. It did refresh now as we go through turn 8 and turn 9. These three here fighting for potentially a race lead, but Kez, I've got to favour Mike here. He's 2.5 seconds ahead. He's got a soft pit stop to do, which is for quicker tyre. These have got a medium stop to do, apart from Jake, who's got a soft tyre to do.
Well,
I'm really
Is Chris Panda's run over? Is Chris Panda's run over? 4 wins in a row. Is it over?
In the past 5 laps, he's been deep on either turn 1 or the stadium.
He's in trouble
it's not
here,
like
Chris.
He never goes deep, and is he just tapped the wall? I'm not sure. He's Ken in trouble as well. I don't think Jake's going to make a dive bomb though. He is going to make a dive bomb on Chris Panda, going wheel to wheel through turn 1. Can Jay Nero get ahead? He does. It's a great move, as Kez said. Well played. Viper's Ken is next.
If we had an overtake of the season, that'd be up there. It was very, very risky. We both sat there and thought, nah, I ain't going to do it. He did it, and he got the P3. It's not surprising with Jake. He loves a bit of a dive bomb now and then, but to be fair to him, it was clean, it was fair, and now he wants Viper's Ken, and he's in the mood, Jake, to build on that position last night in Brazil. He had a poor start to the season, but boy, does he look hungry to improve on that. Very quickly, my headset seems to be okay now.
It's better, actually, yeah.
Good.
It's out of the way, my racing point. I expect to see Brewer at the front, but not tonight. Jake and Ken now. Oh, here we go. It might be into stadium. Jay, now we're going to go around the outside of the Renault. We go wheel to wheel through stadium. The Renault stays ahead. He puts up a good fight. Viper's Ken's touched. Brewer has retired on stadium. No safety car at the moment. Jake's into second place. Viper's Ken and Chris Panda. And I see rain on the halo.
There's rain. As Jelly gets a penalty. Or Jay Nero, gets a penalty. That's more penalties now for Jake. He's got a 5-second one that he's not served in the pit yet. And now he's got a 3-second one as well. Chris Panda goes for the inside of Vipers. And he might get it. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Chris Panda has got it. Or has he? No, he hasn't. Vipers holds on. What a race this is. And if you... I didn't see rain personally. But if Jack saw it, it means there's rain coming. Brewer retires. And there's something else happened here. There is something else happened. Someone's not moving.
I think he...
I don't know who that was.
Who was it? Might have just hit the pit wall on the way out. Well, I see red on my screen coming down on the halo as well. I don't know if you do.
I do now. I do now. Yes, I do now.
Right, yeah. So maybe it was just a little bit harder to see on the.
Oh, it's Whitey, Libby. Whitey's in big trouble. He's got a puncture. Oh, he's not got a puncture. Has he got damage? He was going really slow, the Williams there. He's not got a puncture, though. Apologies. He's okay.
So, problems for Mike. 2 problems, really. Jane Arrow's tyres are newer, so he can catch. Also, the rain will be quite hard to do.
How is it possible to have rain when this was a clear race?
I don't know, but obviously he's got 3-second pen. Vipers Ken is in trouble from Chris Panda. Now, DRS for the Red Bull driver. No battery though, and Vipers Ken's burning his. You can see as Chris Panda is going to go try round the outside. Not going to work. Vipers Ken stays in the podium places. We got to remember, Jake has 8 seconds minimum of penalties.
I'm just quite confused now. This was a clear race and we got rain. It has baffled my head. Never, ever,
Did you
ever.
Intentionally put it to clear?
Yes, because the qualifying was clear from the qualifying, but that goes to show never trust the F1 weather.
Well,
it can do you over.
He did say clear on Jake's on the grid, like I said. So I mean, the rarity of sun.
The question is, how heavy is he going to come down with the next? I mean, there's 15 laps yet here. Someone's come off.
Romeo. I think it's Greg. Yeah, it is. He's facing the wrong way to turn 6.
He needs to move quick.
McLaren coming his way.
Oh.
No, is it a Renault?
It was a McLaren. You're right. It's gone past. It's a Renault now of Chimp. He goes past him. That's just Whitey, and that puts Greg net last into the raining vehicles.
Mike is under big pressure from Jake here. DRS no battery though. Is he going to make a dive bomb? Is Jay Nero into turn 1? It's a 12.6 for fastest lap as well. I think Mike's going to give him a room a little bit. Yep, just about. And Jay Nero's ahead, leading the Grand Prix. And both of them had 2 sets of tyres left. Greg letting people pass at turn 8. And Jake is in the lead of the Grand Prix. Mike's still second with a good gap from Ken. Question. Is the rain going to stay? Or is it going to be one of those where it's absolutely horrendous to drive but not wet enough for inters?
We will see. We've had a lot of racing every race, and if you include last season as well. Are we on for one of the best individual performances since the league was founded? Because Jay Nero, whatever you want to call him, has produced a masterclass in 22 laps. An absolute, and there is time for it to go wrong. Yeah, of course there is. But the overtake on Chris, the overtake on Mike. He's got Vast Vipers as well, and don't forget this is somebody who started last, or very close to last. He started, where was it? Let's have a quick look. Detail.
2 from last.
He's gone up 15 positions. So his driver of the day would be done. There'd be no doubt about that. There's a long way to go, of course, but what a race so far from the Alpha Tower. And with Fabi fifth as well, Jake's season is turning around him after a really, really poor start.
What I know from career mode is that the last corner is a nightmare on the dry, let alone
in the rain.
Not even just the bit before the dry and the inters.
Yeah.
It's an absolute nightmare. One wrong move, like Brazil. He's literally like Brazil coming around the final couple of corners, where they're not really corners, but when it's raining they do become corners. It's going to be very, very interesting. We've still got 14 laps to go, another 25 minutes or so, 20-25 minutes of racing here in Zandvoort, and it's going to be interesting to see who wins. But Jake and Mike looking very comfortable at the moment, especially on those mediums. His car stability is getting more shaky, but he's looking alright for now. He
is. Yeah. I mean, we don't know how heavy this is going to come down. We didn't even predict rain. We didn't think we'd get any rain whatsoever. So if it comes down, it is very, very minimal at the moment. Are we going to get out? If it carries on like this, I don't think so, because it's very, very light. It's up over the next few laps. Like I said, we've got 20-25 minutes yet, as Jack just said. Plenty of time to see some intermediate tyres, and that could change everything. And also, a safety car, you never know.
Absolutely, don't call the safety car out. As just on board with Jake going through turns 2 and 3 at the moment. We've reached a little bit of a stable point, but as I say that, Chris has somehow gone back within the half a second gap to Vipers Ken, the smallest gap on the grid. Greg's entered the pits for inters, so I know Greg's at the back and very far behind, but he feels the track is slippy, and I know Greg, I know he mean. I know he knows that. I don't mean any disrespect, but he is at the back today. But he definitely knows sometimes when it's time to change to inters.
It's interesting.
I would trust Greg to be making the right decision here, and you can see around the grid, drivers are starting to slip.
Well, I mean, we saw an absolute. I think we saw every single tyre in Brazil last night, Jack.
Chris Panda, there you go. Stadium section, lost about a second there.
We saw every single tyre in Brazil, and we're on the way to seeing every single tyre again. And it's not going to go to full wets. We're not going to see full wets, but we've got minters, we've got soft, mediums, and hards all on show here. And that decision from Greg may not be a bad one. I don't think he'll be the only one that goes to the green tyres. Like Lemmy said then, Chris Panda was slipping, and it's going to play a part. It's a yellow flag here. Is it someone letting overtake? Is that both? Yes, I think you're right. I think it was overtakes.
Hobbsy's really slow here. I've just been on board him for a little bit, and he's been touched by Mr. White, but he's okay. Oh, now Hobbsy's got some damage. Now, I don't think it was from that, but I think that may be why he's slow. And Hobbsy's done 23 laps on the mediums. He's doing really, really well to wait for the inters. Is it the time for inters? Let's go on board. It is time for inters from Hobbsy, and he's going to also fix his wing. White stays out. Is it winter time in the Netherlands? Winter time? Inter time.
Winter time. Maybe winter time as well. It's not inters from. It's not inters from Hobbsy. It's softs, which is very interesting. So it's not intermediates. It's softs to the McLaren driver. So Greg remains the only one at the moment on the intermediates. But
you got to feel, Kez, for the people who have done at the moment are on a soft, because they don't know what to do. Normally, they have to change the compound unless DRS gets disabled and it's a wet end to the race.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to either risk it and wait for inters if they feel it's going to get wetter, or they've got to go into mediums now. That might cost them another stop later if they need to go to inters. The people on softs at the moment, they are Ken and Chris, they're in a serious predicament. Jake isn't.
We don't know how long the rain lasts, do it? That's the only thing. We can't check how long the rain's going to last.
No. Jake can do what he wants. He could go softs to the end now. He could stay on the softs to the end. Mike can do whatever he wants. He's changed compound.
Now, very quickly, changed. We mentioned the Funny House Chimp race, well, that he'd get a place in the league from next week, Lemmy. We thought he'd done nothing wrong. Now, he hasn't technically done anything wrong, but I've just noticed, I was on board with Jake, and he's racing as an AI driver. So, Chimp, if you're listening, don't be doing that, because you won't be getting a place in the league. Don't pause the game and let it race for you. It's not allowed. So, that was a mistake on my part. If it is, I apologise. But don't do that, please, mate.
That's him. That's him.
That's
definitely him.
Okay, there you go. He's off the track. But he did say I driver on the screen anyway. But yeah, there we go. He's back. That's the Chimp we know and love.
Just having a look for some spray. It's the best indication. Now, last year on Formula 1,
we've got pits. Chris is in the pits, and the Vipers. The Vipers gets a penalty. Oh, Vipers gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Mediums. They don't think it's wet
enough. It's inters for Chris. And mediums for Vipers.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing.
It's the right mix.
I tell you right now.
Oh, VSC. Fabi's gone.
Fabi, where's that?
On the straight. It's on the straight, Lemmy.
Oh no, well yeah, but that's going into a pit lane.
Oh, one of the AlphaTauris has gone.
Is it going into a pit lane?
Just before. It's just before. It's on the straight.
You can see it.
Oh, yeah, Tino's going to drive through Penny 7th. What a blow for the Red Bull that is.
But how much is that going to cost him? Leader gap. It's going to cost.
Are we going to see? Are we going to see Favi? We are going to see Favi, and it is going into the pit slim. He's a right mess.
We're green again, and with the yellow in sector 3 still, because the car's still there. It has been removed. We have the green flag. We're good to go. AEK is obviously up into 7th. Everyone will move up a place. Greg will move up a place when he's lapped the car twice.
Listen, if you look at Vipers, Chris and Alfie, 3rd, 4th and 5th, you've got a fresh medium, a fresh inters and a fresh soft. It's incredible.
Yeah, so you can't have, like, all of them being right. Like, someone's going to be perfectly right, someone's going to be in the middle, and someone's going to be wrong. Like, that you can't have a weather condition that suits soft and inters, for example, or suits soft and medium. So this will be really interesting. A yellow flag in sector 3. It's a Ferrari, I think, with tyring in the pits. I could be wrong, I could be completely wrong. I think I am wrong. Now we're down to 12 drivers when Craig double unlaps himself and Favi. Mike's enter the pits for intermediate. That's crucial. Chris Panda!
He's gone.
Where is it? It's on the straight. It's before the pits.
Oh my word.
Chris Panda, the championship leader, 4 wins in a row, is now in the Netherlands.
Where?
On board with Alfie.
Yeah, I seen
Let's
it.
have a look. Gonna come round the embankment, 13-14. It's a safety car in the Netherlands. It's a perfect time for Alfie. It brings everyone back in, and we're gonna have a right race show, a right race ending here in the Netherlands. Rain, safety car, and the championship leaders out.
Limit, one big thing. Chris Panda's run of wins is over. 4 wins in a row. We're getting somebody new tonight. It's done. It is done. It is all over.
AEK, no pit, no AEK, no. No.
And Kino's got off by his race is over. But Chris Panda's run is done. Ryan there, and people have got a chance now. This is somebody, Limit.
Chris Panda, Chimp, when he unlats himself, by the way, just into the points.
Limit, this is a big thing, by the way, because Chris Panda had a good lead at the top of the standings. People have now got a chance to close that gap. We've got a race here because I think Jelly in the pits now is doing his penalty. He is doing his penalty. Will Jelly remain first? He will remain first, Jelly.
He's still got 3 seconds, but that shows you that even championship leaders can't do the final corner perfectly. You can never do an intermediate Zambor embankment perfectly. It's not going to happen. Where is Mike? He is going to get
another penalty limit.
Vipers Ken.
It's another penalty.
I think he's doing it in pits. He is doing it in pits.
No, that's an old one. He had two. He's had 2 speeding ones.
Where's out? Yeah, it's 50 seconds behind. It's not going to cost him too much. However, it might cost him because the safety car is probably going to do at least 2 more laps, and he's only going to have 29, 30, maybe 31, 5 or 6 laps to do something about it. But it's an intermediate Netherlands to end this race, and it's going to throw everybody into contention.
Greg and Jacko are stuck with Jelly on Nero, sorry.
They won't be able to unlap themselves unless Jake tries
which
to let them
which
pass.
leaves Mike in a bit of a pickle here. Jacko's gone past him.
Well, Mike's not in a pickle because the rule is that on the straight when the safety car comes in, Greg will get out of the way.
Well, Jacko's managed to get past him. Oh, has he? No, he hasn't. They've got to both stay behind. It nearly caused. This ain't good.
He's going to try and let him pass. Jake really shouldn't have slowed down and tried to let him pass. It could be a safety car glitch. If this happens, we may have to do the restart and do the grid of what it is, but I hope it fixes itself. It seems to have fixed itself a little bit. One of them's got past, which is good
Greg's
to
still
see.
Stuck.
We don't really want to be on this too much because it's not really professional. But AEK, Hobbsy and Kino have pitted. Kino's gone for intermediates as well and a new wing. Jacko is past the leader. Where's Chimp? So he's behind the queue. Greg's stuck in the queue, which is right. They should be in the queue. Jacko's very lucky to have got round, and that's the problem with having a safety car at the end of a Grand Prix. There's people who have been lapped once. There's people who have been lapped 2 times, 3 times, etc. I think Greg's been lapped over 4 times. And he's still
potentially on for a point, Greg. He's still potentially on for a point, which is crazy.
There you go. So he's just unlapped himself for Favi. Probably got 2 more laps to lap himself.
He's 5 minutes behind.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Oh, and what's going to happen here? Because Mike's going to be. This helps Jake out. This helps Jake out a lot.
So what should happen is when the safety car comes in, Greg just moved it out of the way on the straight to let Mike go. But Mike is a further car behind. So he's a further half a second behind, which is going to help Jake massively. There's no DRS anymore, I'm pretty sure of that. So, but don't remember, don't forget, Jake has got 3 seconds of pens minimum from the 3 seconds he got before. He has only 5 seconds, but he has got a 3 second. Vipers kind of got a 5 second to add on. Alfie White and AEK will be looking to pounce. EK did pit eventually. The lap after hasn't cost him a place. White's going to really struggle on the wets. You can see the spray coming out of the tyres. Going to have to keep an eye on White because his tyres are absolutely going to be destroyed. If he picks now, he may be able to come out in 7th. It looks like he's going to catch the pack. The last car is coming around the final corner, so it's looking like it's going to do another lap. But what a race this is! This is.
Well, Jacko span on the straight. He's got damage. That's his race over. balance straight and got more damage by a penalty. So it looks like it's raced over Jacko. That bring Greg in for point. Possibly so.
What happened to Jacko in Brazil?
He's going to stay out and put softs on.
Take a quick drink.
We've got 46 comments on the stream. Let me have a quick look and see what's been said while we try and regroup on the
So when Mike said rain warning, he wasn't wrong.
But I don't know where that's coming from though. I'm really not sure where that's come from at all. Don't forget, Lemmy, people have got pens here as well that could play a factor at the end. Which could definitely play a factor. Now I'm guessing that Jacko, who's gone on to soft, hasn't got any inters left, so that's why he's softs.
You only get 2.
Imp and Greg
I'm sure you only get 2.
Greg are stuck lap behind.
What's just happened with AEK? Collision with White, and White drops to 7th. I think White is in trouble here. I think he might have damage on the right side. He does. Oh dear. I think there was contact between AEK and White. Didn't see it, but that's the what he's implying. And he's going to have to pit him. The safety car's coming in. I don't think it'll do an overlap. I know the last car's not called.
I didn't even realise that AEK was 5th. What a race this could be for him.
It wasn't. It was 6th. White was
5th. Right. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously was 7th.
Okay.
So that's interesting. That obviously was, yeah. So where is the safety car? It's coming around turn 9, and I'm guessing it will come in now. We've done 3 laps plus a lap to catch it up. So there is only one car that's not caught up. That is Mr. Jacko in P9. Chimp is a lap behind him, and Greg's a lap behind Chimp. So that's interesting, and those two are stuck in the queue. Oh, been kicked out! Because you have to take the restart.
Well, Limmy's gone. No pressure on me.
We'll get back in. Just let me know if the safety car comes in or not.
Are you okay to join back? Do you need an invite? Okay.
No. I will join back, but you'll have to take the restart.
Okay, so Jake has got a bit of a gap here. He's obviously going to do the safety car restart himself, but with Greg being behind him, it gives him that little bit of extra breathing space here just to be able to pull away and kick on from the Ferrari of Mike and the Renault of Vipers. Lee will get back in as soon as he can as Jake goes round the last corner now. And it's down to him, really. The ball's in his court. When does he want to go? Whenever he wants. It's down to him. The ball's in his court, as we said. He's round the final corner, warming them intermediate tyres up just before he sets off. And he's away. It's Jake. Greg's moving across, which gives Mike a chance to get it past him. But Jake has already opened up a second lead on the cars behind. Vipers is right on the tail of Mike. And may get Mike here. He does get Mike. Oh, he doesn't. This comes from Vipers. No damage. Mike stays in P2 for now. It's a 1.5 second lead for Jake, who got helped by Greg. And it looks like... Oh! What's happened there? It was a glitch. It's Chimp. Apologies. I thought it was Vipers. It's Chimp. It's Vipers. It wasn't Vipers. Ignore me. Chimp's confusing me. Okay, you're back in. A bit late. Jake with 1.7 second lead for the race. Vipers up to second ahead of Mike. And Mike under pressure now from the Mercedes of Alfie, who's now just 0.2 behind the Ferrari, but Jake now with a 2-second lead on the closest participant, which is Vipers in the Renault. Are you back in?
It's gonna have, yeah, the game's gonna have to catch up with the timings and stuff, but it will eventually. 32 or 36, wow, we've got 4 more laps of racing to come, and it should be pretty good. Is Mike under pressure from Alfie into Stadium? Nope, stays ahead of the Mercedes. Hobbsy, AEK, Kino, White drops at 8. Jacko on the fresh soft seem to be doing alright. It's quite difficult conditions these, because those softs look okay. Kino trying to move on AEK around turn 12, can't do it quite yet. What's the exit from AEK? It's absolutely horrendous, but Kino has to step off in the intermediate conditions, and AEK should stay ahead. No DRS. Alfie and Mike into turn 1. Is Alfie going to have a go on the Ferrari? Mike's going to give him room. Alfie's going to try and power step through the accelerator. Touches the Ferrari. Alfie's into a wall. It's a DNF. He should have just kept to the right, Alfie. I think it's a controller movement and overcorrection. Way too much. Absolutely, Mike didn't do anything wrong.
Word.
And it's a safety car again. And Jake's got 3 seconds of Ken. Vipers Ken's got 5. And he's Mike on for a race win in Netherlands.
Within all that, Kino also retired for not doing his drive-through pen, so we're down to now.
Oh wow.
So Chris Panda, Greg.
The rain stops.
Greg and Chimp are on for points. Greg's got no points all season, and Chimp's in his first race. What an incredible race! A real disappointment there for Alfie. It has to be said. It's a real shame. But we've got another safety car.
It might not be spotted after the safety car.
Another safety. How many laps are racing? One. One lap. Are we going to get one lap of racing, or are we going to get 2 laps of racing?
I mean, you'll probably get 2. It'll probably come in. It'll probably just do. For 1 lap, you can see it waiting after turn 3. I mean, we've been here a while. This will be a 45-minute race. I think
it's been a long night.
45 minutes. It's also, yeah, it's been a long night. But Chimp, when he unlaps himself, and Greg will be on for 4 points. Greg will be on for 2. What's happening with Greg? Getting out of everyone's way. Love that. Or just going on.
Well, Greg's got no points. Greg's got no points. So what a night for him.
The fastest lap isn't going to be beaten. It was on the dries. Hobbsy pits. He might try and go for softy. He does. He's going for fastest lap, and why not? The rain stops. The spray might have gone in 2 minutes' time. It's a good idea because White's not going to overtake him, Kaz. White's not going to overtake him. He's going to catch up to AEK, or should do.
Look, Limit, could Inter be an issue here? Could it? Because the track is drying very quickly. There's no spray whatsoever.
Very little.
By the time the safety car comes in, it's going to be a dry track. So could Jake, Vipers, Mike and AK all be in a bit of trouble?
Well, Jake and Ken are already in trouble. We've got 3 seconds and 5
seconds.
I'm
going to make a very, very bold prediction here.
Look at Jake. I can see him on the stream, Kez. I'm watching his stream on my laptop. He's checking penalties as we speak.
If Hobbsy on the softy and the others don't hit, Hobbsy could be on for a great finish.
For AEK.
A great finish.
For AEK. How on 150?
I mean, Jacko's also pitted for softs. Is his race back on all of a sudden? Looked like he was out of the race. He's bringing everyone back in here.
I'd love this task system.
It's in this lap.
It's
in this lap. The safety car's in this lap.
Of course it will.
So Jacko's out of the race. He ain't going to catch up. He ain't going to catch up, Jacko. So that's him done.
Yes.
Hobbsy's caught up.
I'm going to go on board with Hobbsy here. I'm going to go on board with Hobbsy because he's
stuck behind Chimp. He's stuck behind Chimp though.
The track is dry.
He's stuck behind Chimp.
He is, but Chimp should immediately get out of the way as soon as the safety car comes. Here we go, and on board with Jay Nero for the final time. Basically the 3rd restart of the race after the lights out and the 2 safety cars. He's just waiting, bit of a telemetry. And we've got 2 laps of racing in Netherlands to go. He's warming up the tyres. He's going to do a Bottas in Mugello to try and get the best exit he can. Vipers Ken gets a 5-second pen for hitting Jake and doesn't get any damage, but Jake is away. Down to the 1 we go, 2 laps to go. Vipers Ken under pressure from the Ferrari of Mike doesn't get ahead. AEK clips Mike. No damage from a pair of them. White can't get past. Hobbsy's going to go round the outside of White. Round the outside of AEK as well. Just 2 cars. The Alfa Romeo Greg's still battling in there somehow, but he is ghosted. Hobbsy's made 2 moves. He's making a move on Mike as well. Hobbsy's on a right move. He's made 3 places on the soft tyres. He's going down to turn 6 to try and win this Grand Prix. Vipers Ken is under pressure from Hobbsy. Look at the Inters. They're absolutely shocking. At the moment, there's a yellow flag as the blue flag cars try and get out of the way. Vipers Ken, Hobbs on the inside to turn 9. Goes down on the inside. Hobbs is up 5 places from a restart. And he's got Jake for company. And he's going to try and go round the Alpha Tower and go wheel to wheel. Jake struggling with the tank stopper. Hobbs takes the lead of the Netherlands Grand Prix. And I don't know what penalties he's got, but the soft tyres are doing an absolute madness.
Well, obviously, when the Grand Prix, you don't slip up. There's no doubt about it. The Inters are in big, big trouble here. I mean, I said it. Hobbsy pitted. He was the only one to pit. I mean, Jacko did as well. Jacko could get Jacko, you know, with what 2 laps to go. Sorry, 1 lap to go. Jacko looked over. He's on softs. The others are on it. It's only a lap to go. But could Jacko climb the grid here, Limmy, with fresh softs?
4 seconds already.
Limmy, could Jacko... Limmy, I'm going to make a bold statement here. Could Jacko get a podium here?
Well, who's got wheel to wheel? Jake's being surpassed by Vipers Ken. But I know he's got a penalty. But into turn 2, Jake's shot... Oh, he's just been hit by... Has he just been hit by Michael?
Limmy, keep an eye on Jacko. He's on softs. He could get a podium here, Jacko.
Yeah, he could get a podium.
If he gets his foot down, he could get a podium.
Hobbsy's made 8 seconds. Mike's
out
of the Zandvoort Grand Prix, and the Ferrari driver's out on the last lap.
But he could get a Ferrari driver, Jacko. He could get a podium here. He could get a podium.
He could get a podium.
This is incredible. Jake's dropping for fun.
Jacko's into fourth place. White's next. Hobbsy's
Jacko's
11 seconds ahead of Viper's Ken.
Jacko's
Hobbsy's
third.
going to go for the fastest lap. Jacko's in the podium places. White's been in. White's out in the Williams. Jake's going to surpass him. It's all going off in the Netherlands on board with Hobbsy. He's come from 6th on the safety car to potentially and probably win the Netherlands Grand Prix out of nowhere.
Look at Jacko, he's going to get Vipers on the last corner and get a second. This is unreal, he's got him, what has gone on? And Jacko's going to get a second.
The 2 cars on the soft tyres have come from 6th and 7th to get the top 2 in the Netherlands Grand Prix. Vipers Ken somehow gets a podium, but I think by a 10th of a second, Jake might nick it.
Oh, he doesn't!
Oh, by a second.
By a second. Oh my word. And Chip's going to get a 7th.
And Chimp on board.
He might get better. He might get better than 7th.
AEK here. What's AEK doing?
Did he get it?
I don't know what happened.
Did Chip get it? Where did Chip finish?
Let's have a look. He got 8. He got 8.
Oh my!
What? Driver of the day going to a 6-man overtake in 1 lap.
I said literally about 2 minutes ago that Jacko's race was over. He's only just pulled a P2 out the bike.
He was hit and out 3 laps ago.
It was, oh my word. I mean, the lads on the hard, you've got a feel for the likes of Jake, Vipers and Mike, who've absolutely smashed this race and not even got a podium. And it's Hobbsy the McLaren, the guy that wasn't even going to race tonight, has took the P1 trophy in Zandvoort, followed by Jacko, and who was P3? Vipers did get a podium. I mean, what on earth? I am absolutely baffled.
Here were the final standings after that. Hobbsy takes the win and the fastest lap and 18th to 3rd. I'm sure that's driver of the day. After 50 minutes of racing in Zandvoort, 15 seconds behind was Jacko. Vipers Ken gets on the podium by only a second to Jake. The race leader for a large proportion gets 4th. White gets a good 5th. AEK from 13th to 6th with 6th respect. Mike got hit. Did get a DNF, I think, but did complete more than 90%. Don't know the rules here. Probably should get that 7th. Chimp gets 8th place. 17th to 8th. Greg and Alfie, who were out.
I'm just going to confirm something very quickly. Mike retired, so he'll get nothing.
3 and 4 laps. Well, Mike retired and gets nothing.
So that will bump Chimp to 7th and Greg to 8th. So I'll confirm that now.
Chimp to 7th and Greg to 8th.
So Chimp gets a 7th on his first race back in Zandvoort.
So it was meant to be sunny for 45 minutes. Light rain, we had a safety car, then we had another safety car, then the softs won after 50 minutes.
Oh my god. And how close was Chimp to beating AK, by the way? Because it looked like he crossed the finish line next to him.
Yeah, I think AEK might have known.
So let's just take a minute and just clarify something. The two lads
who's got to get that on Twitter.
The 2 lads who've got the top 2 weren't even in the top 5. 2 laps to go, and they both got top 2. Who called safety car? Chris Panda.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Well, not thank you, because he's kind of ruined.
Oh my word.
Well, it's allowed other people. I mean, Hobbsy now can gain. Hobbsy's second in the championship. So the gap was 38. It's now down to, it could be a potential 28. So
we've got a long way to go this season, but that'll take some topping in terms of races. I remember the Abu Dhabi race we did when it was an incredible head limit. You'll remember that as well, the Abu Dhabi race last season. But I mean, can you even top that? I cannot wait to go and watch the ending back.
I tried to get you in, but I couldn't.
I just kept watching Jacko, and I just thought, Jacko's on softs here. The rest are on inters, they can't drive. Do you know
how far he was behind when the safety car started? About 20. And Hobbsy, when he went first, he won the race in just over a lap, in a minute and a half, like by 15 seconds. Both softs were unbelievable.
I mean, quick thingy driver a day. A lot of people voted for Hobbsy. I'm actually going to not vote Hobbsy. I'm going to go Jake, purely because of them overtakes that he did early on in the race. if it wasn't, I mean, you got to feel for Jake, you got to feel for Mike, who's got absolutely nothing there. I mean, Mike, we were saying a few laps ago that Mike was probably going to win, Jack, and he's ended with nothing. And also, Viper's got third in the end, but he could have had a lot more as well. So you've got to feel for them three. The tyre situation has done them over there. But a big question that people will be asking, and I have to go back on the stream and watch it, but if the weather has been set to clear, why have we had rain? Because it's caused a bit of controversy there. And I'll have to go back and have a look, like I said, we had a couple of restarts tonight, but if the weather's been set to clear, why has there been rain in a race that's set to clear? That's a big question, and Chris Palmer's has said exactly the same thing. But I mean, what a race! What a race! Where'd you even end on that? It was just fantastic from start to finish. And
it's midnight, and I want to go to bed.
it is
so
midnight.
That's where we end it.
I didn't even realise it was midnight. I mean, we've been on the stream now for 2 hours nearly due to restarts, but we'll end it there. We'll see you in 6 days. Sorry, 7 days. For
What
Russia.
track is it?
It is Russia.
Ooh.
Thank you for joining me, Limmy. Thank you to all 19 drivers, including Mills, who didn't even get here anyway, but thank you to Mills and to the rest of them. I can't wait to watch it back, and we will see you in 7 days. We need a bit of a breather before then, I think, after a crazy race like that. It is midnight, it is Sunday morning. Good night all. Thank you again, Limmy. Thank you to all of you. We will see you very, very soon. Good night.
Night.